What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage. Get my camera straight. Okay. I am so terribly sleep deprived. What up, Joseph? What up, Fast and Hemi? What up, Mike? Getting bags underneath my eyes. What up, Chris? Gives people some time. We start off a little bit early because I've got pizza downstairs waiting for me. So we might end a little early too, so I can go eat some pizza and go to bed. That's what I'm saying. Schmidt, Do Soul, all the usual players are here. What's new? What's new? What's new? Hey, Steve, welcome back. First TIG machine came in. Bit of a learning curve. That's awesome, man. What up, Silver? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, I wish. I've got a TIG, like, not for aluminum. Whichever one, just an AC. I don't have an AC DC or whatever. I've not even hooked it up to try and mess with it. I would have to turn my brain probes up so high to be able to TIG that my speech would be almost incomprehensible. So I've not messed with it. Hey, WS6. A few questions about turbo control. See, so we're going to play Stump the Chump. I don't know anything about factory turbo control unless it's a torque based one, and then you just make the torque higher and the turbo spits out more air. We can try to answer it. I'll make no promises. Did you ever look at the new OE weather strip for the Viper? The Viper's gone, bro. Got rid of the Viper. Did not last long. So it's somebody else's problem. See how long you've been gone, Steve? With all that being said, I've got a new car on the way. Bought the Primewell 225X. First time using, gave me my self second degree burn. Yeah. That's why I never do anything without gloves. I see people doing stuff without gloves. I'm just like, what? So in Z01 Camaro pump gas, I target 12 on wide open throttle. Should E85 target be 7? Man, this is why you tune in Lambda. So I don't have to open up a calculator. Let me think of how to do that. 8.4 AFR? Does that sound right? I think. Let's see. How can I quickly check? So if we're doing 12 and a half. I just woke up from a nap. Okay, Danny says 8.5 to 8.6, so my 8.4 math was pretty close. Tune in Lambda. Quit being old school and tune in Lambda. You might as well be tuning carbs if you're tuning on AFR. As I was saying, I've got a third gen vehicle on the way. Hopefully it'll be here by next Thursday. I don't know. I don't think it will be. It's going to take this probably maybe next weekend, not like this coming weekend, but next weekend at the earliest would be my guess. But there will be a full series of third gen videos starting from scratch and going from there. So Keep your eyes peeled for that. Just add to it. Sorry. I had to get a little green tea in my lungs. I'm looking forward to it. And I guess I'm going to be using this new Ballinger V3 CAN bus unit. I'm going to try it. If it sucks, I'm going to blame all of you guys. $550 for a wideband sensors. That is just, ugh. That's even without, it's an extra $15 for the stupid HP tuners connection. $565 for a wideband. Man, I can buy 2 widebands for that. 3 glow shifts almost. No chance what, Cameron? No chance what? Turbocharge wastegate open pressure. How can it find out it is on? Well, are you still running the solenoid for the wastegate, Mike? The factory solenoid? Now on that Z01, it runs great when it's at lambda 1, but 9 AFR. Now the car randomly starts running like crap at idle, and it's still at lambda 1, but AFR commanded change to 7 AFR. Okay. So your ethanol content's changed. It's still commanding lambda 1. So you have more ethanol in your mix, and that's why it went from 9 to 7. But why is it commanding 7? You shouldn't even have 7 in your stoic table. This was on a dyno? Didn't change fueling mix. That does not make sense. The only thing that would affect your commanded, unless for some reason it's trying to go into PE. No, if lambda is still commanding 1, you're not into PE, but you should not be. Should not be going to 7A4. The only thing that would change that is the ethanol content. What does the ethanol content look like in the log? What up, Danny? Mike, what are you working on so I can look at tune? Let's see. Probably have to download the tune. I was thinking open loop fueling doesn't change commanded. So it wouldn't be open loop fueling. That's very interesting. Chris, if you've got the log for that, send it to me. 2015 cruise. Let's see if I've got a cruise. But I can get one of those. Comes in samples from HB tuners. Really? That's interesting. I've never even looked at those files. Chevrolet Cruise 1.4 liter automatic. Let's go download. Let's say this was 2015 Cruise. Probably got the year wrong, but who cares? Close enough. Close enough. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay. Cruise, turbocharge. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Here, let me go to the actual screen where it's at. Turbocharger. Wastegate. Open boost. This is in kPa. What were you looking at? Base pressure of the turbocharger when the wastegate is fully open. Base duty cycle. Desired pressure ratio 2.8. So, well, I guess depending on the RPM, where do you want it at based on this your base duty cycle table, because this table is sloped. So at 1400, it takes quite a bit of boost to get it full open. 3000. Well, I guess not. No, it takes very little boost to go full duty cycle. 1.5 would be 7 psi or so, since it's in pressure ratio. Well, Andrew George, also forgot to mention this thing has been around the whole town getting tuned to all of the corner cutting tuners. Oh yeah, started with stock file in it, started over, still did it. 33484. Where's the damn table finder? Airflow turbocharger wastegate. Okay, so the first one that I had open, this one, wastegate open boost. Well, it's in kPa. It's right there. What are you asking? I don't get it. This table specifies the base pressure of the turbocharger when the wastegate is fully open. It is used to decide when boost control should be in closed loop. So, if this table were way high, then you would never go into closed loop boost control. So it's saying that whenever it hits, okay, we'll take this row. Well, no, we go on this row. Barometric pressure 101. And so we're saying 133 kPa at atmospheric, which is, I mean, off the top of my head, it's going to be what, 17 psi or so. The wastegate is going to be full open. We exceed 133 kPa, then it goes into closed loop and starts controlling the wastegate. Yeah, if you want to be in closed loop control, just turn on manual control and set your test duty cycle to 0, and it's always going to be fully open whenever you have the pressure. Or on your wastegate open boost, set to 300 kPa. You're never going to hit that. So it's never going to go into closed loop. It's always going to be trying to get 0% duty cycle. But you still got to look at your base duty cycle, because this is going to determine whenever this is the one that controls your solenoid. This is your base solenoid control table for your boost control. So 200 there, it's always commanding open. That makes sense? Yeah, what does Andrew say? Andrew has a little turbo car he's tuned. I found the best change under turbo over underspeed. I've messed with any NAG1 transmission tuning. No. Bro, I don't do transmissions. Chris, come on now. But send me that log so I want to see this thing Send me the log and the tune associated with the log so I can backtrack through it and see if something sticks out. Because it's very interesting. It happens. There are other things that can affect there's other things that can affect the commanded, but generally it's going to be temperature compensation stuff. And so that's why I might be able to backtrack it, but it's very seldom. Like that stoic table is kind of the all-powerful first thing that everything gets calculated from, and from that point on, there's not much that will change the lambda command or EQ commanded. And the fact that you are logging both is important because, as far as I know, the only thing that can change AFR commanded when EQ commanded still 1 is the ethanol content. But it still sounds like a temperature issue. Could still be a temperature issue. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. I'll take a look at it and let you know what I find. It used to limit the boost to 0 psi at high RPM. And so it would open the wastegate. You want to close it. Man, I don't do turbos. Turbos are annoying. Going old school. Bought a 2-wheel drive lowered 89 Bronco with a 460 C6 9-inch Plans Archer turbo blow through. Ooh. Fun. Turbo blow through on the carb. Anything after a reflash is going to be tied back to injector tip temp. Or any of those things, intake valve temp, because those are calculated. So that would be something else to look at. Once again, it's generally, if it's fueling being wonky, it is some kind of temp relation. So, what up, Cole? Oh, this puppy is absolutely just sapping all of my energy. I'm so tired. So tired. I offered to pay a nurse at the vet to come watch my puppy at night so me and the wife could sleep. It's that bad. The puppy's doing better, though. She had to go back to the vet yesterday and get more medication. But it's helping. So that's good news. It's good news. Oh, Andrew, I bought a 3rd generation car, so I'm doing a 3rd generation tuning series. That's what you missed. Yay, 3rd gens. I look forward. Danny Rochester, to the internet, what do you truly think of that sniper deal you bought? I think it costs way too much dang money. All added up with the timing control. I don't know. That's tough, to be honest with you, Danny. Chances of me being 100% happy with it, 50-50 would be my guess. True Speed says, simple question. If my fuel map only goes to 6K, but I'm raising the rev limit to... Do you make more columns, or you just put the last column to 7K? Then you're able to tune fuel. Well, that's really going to depend, True Speed, on which ECU you're on. You can't make more columns. So the columns and rows on these, unless you're on a standalone, some of those you might be able to, but generally the columns and rows of these are set, fixed, unless we're talking about virtual volumetric efficiency. So, but with the fixed one, I would set it to 7K and then make it linear interpolate in between. Let me see here. What are you working on, True Speed? Met Tony Gagnon from HPT at the Vision classes in Kansas. He's a pretty cool guy. Still waiting on the core ECU to come out for my project. I can't say anything about the core. I kind of got chewed out for saying stuff about the core I wasn't supposed to. Lips are sealed. So, I don't know. Let me see. They, hardware. Core ECU. See if they update the website. Says available for purchase in early 2024. Okay, website still says available for purchase in early 2024. So I will tell you what that means. Available for purchase in early 2024 means the first half of the year. That's all I can say. Nope. Can't pry it out of my dead hands. Listen. The LS3 swap is still going to happen in the Chevelle with the core. That's the end goal. That's why I went with the Sniper, because I knew I wouldn't have to live with it permanently. It just wasn't going to happen, and so I am just waiting for this. But I've got to do Rocky Mountain Race Week at the last week of June. So even if it was released next week, I would not have enough time to get it done. I just do not have that much time with everything else. Let's see, did I miss where True Speed told me what he was working on? No. But if I were a betting man, I would say it's coming really soon. Really soon. And we're going to just dive head in. I'm going to just be slamming you guys with so much core facts you won't even know what to do with it. Uh, 0953 Silverado. Sweet. 09 and awesome about 2 years ago. Welcome back. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. So, oops, what did I click on? Let's look at an 09. 09. I got 2010. Close enough. 2010 Silverado. You're going to be on VVE, so you can do whatever the hell you want on virtual volumetric efficiency, honestly. So that one, I'd probably like add one. Oh man. Yours only goes to 6,000 and doesn't go to 6,800. But yeah, column axis, edit. Like, I don't know. See what happens if I put 7,000 in here. See if it'll just add it. Should. Yep, there it goes. Because you got to remember on virtual volumetric efficiency, none of this exists. Hey, DeMarcus. Will the MPVI2 do standalone data logging for a small number of drive cycles like 10? It will, Steve, as long as you have the standalone data logging paid for. This is where they get you. This is one of the things that they did to get you to upgrade to the MPVI3. You have to pay for the MPVI2 standalone data logging, and I don't remember how much that costs. Pro feature set for the MPVI2, $250. Woo! Woo! $250 upgrade. $400. Yeah. So you get that for free as an upgrade, and that was kind of like hey, what can we do to get more MPVI2 people to upgrade besides the people that need the MPVI3 because they're doing crap like Global B and stuff? Oh, let's give them the pro features for free. So, yes, Andrew is correct, True Speed. The ECU still calculates out to that RPM. The table is just the math formula. And even that, the table is just a picture of the math formula. As I said, none of this exists. None of this is real. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could theoretically come in here and go column axis. Oh, I don't want copy labels. Column axis, edit, and I want to make a car that goes really high. We're putting this on a rotary. We're using a 4th gen to power a rotary. So now we are running out to 22,000 RPMs. So doesn't care. The math is this is what you would have in the 22,000 RPMs. It would be negative 63,000 VE, whatever the GMVE. So it gets really wonky, as you can see. When tuning high compression 5.3, do you watch how much timing you add, or do you keep the timing lower? So high compression you would treat kind of like boost, Marcus. So you're going to want to start with low timing, and then go through, get all of your fueling sorted out, and then start bringing the timing back up, and keep an eye on your knock sensor at that point in time. Because you're obviously going to get into knock at a lower timing degrees. Man, this stupid heart. How do I make this heart disappear down here? Do you guys know? It's blocking. You know what? You know what it is? This heart's in the way of the latest chat. And it's because there's not enough people in here chatting. We just need like twice as many, 3 times as many people. That way it's always scrolling up. Now I'm going to have to look up the core. Pulling apart a 99 Cherokee as a speak, found the broke push rod, and bent valve. Just going to have to swap it. Darn it. Dang, I hate it when that happens. Yeah, in fact, Patrick, I got a video from back at the end of last year where I go over the details and kind of the speculative pricing and stuff like that. That gives you a full rundown. It's a couple minutes long. It's not bad. So, I would guess that it is probably, let's do this. New incognito window. This is always fun. So, why is this showing up? This is supposed to be incognito. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's like, why is this showing me stupid Cletus McFarlane's Pro Mod? Okay. So this is as if you would never came to YouTube before. HP Tuner's core. Oh, look at that! I'm the #1 result! Thanks, guys. Look, I'm over HP Tuners. They've got more views, but I still come up before HP Tuners does. I don't think HP Tuners can grasp the concept of my presence on YouTube in the tuning community. Right? Right? Help me. Right, guys? So, I go through all the details in 14 minutes. And I don't have a big head. I promise you. I mean, I do, but it's not that big. Okay. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks for joining the live show. Andrew says, got my AEM 4110 to go through my math error table doing the ProLink. Sweet. The old reliable 4110. Just got my MPVI3 and the cable. Still have to get a wideband. Yeah. Obviously, I'm still, I guess, support using AEMs, even though Holley owns them. I just put an AEM on my truck. I've been having no problems. But I was saying earlier, I am going to try this Ballinger unit that everybody talks about, even though it costs more than a car payment, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. But I will say, let's go to Amazon. Because somebody asked me the other day about the glow shift. And I installed the glow shift AFR. Specifically, I installed the $200 analog one, which is, I love analog widebands. Love analog widebands. And it worked perfectly fine. Now, there is a company out, Sport Shift. Is that the name of it? Sport Shift gauges? Pro Sport? No. That has an analog lambda gauge, an actual lambda analog in. Let's see if I can find it. Where are these guys at? Because everything else, like, is annoying. Everything else is annoying. Man, we're spending a lot of time on whiteboard. I type in lambda gauge analog MTXAL. Nope, that's an AFR. It's analog, but it's an AFR. Let's see if we can stumble across this. Here's the glow. I don't remember the glow shift. If it does, apparently it does do lambda. I can't remember. It's been too long. And in fact, it went with the GTO because I couldn't get it out of the gauge pod. I jammed that thing in there. AmpEFI. Speed Hut. Was it Speed Hut? Speed Hut. Check this thing out. 2 5/8. 332s. It was a bit pricey. But you can customize it. Oh man, I wish I had a green car. Cause then I want. Oh yeah. You're saying the glow shift one does not do lambda? Oh, you're correct. It only shows up in AFR, but you can change the output to be in lambda. Whereas this one shows up in lambda. You change what the numbers look like. Change the needles. Get this one on here with my green gauge with a matte black surround, and you can put a logo on there. But honestly, the logo idea, I was like, oh man, I'm going to put the Goat Rope Garage logo on there. It doesn't really work because if you put it in the middle, there's too much crap going on, and then like it's so small where you can actually see it. That just don't work. But lifetime warranty. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I try one of these Speed Hut lambda gauges? And why can I not have a green one that lights up green at night? What are you guys doing to me? Ooh, silver. Or orange. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't like that white on there. Black on silver. Riveting stuff. I know you guys are riveted. Still $332. It is going to be analog output, which you guys know if you've well, I say that. I don't know. It would really suck if this thing showed up and it didn't have analog output. Might have to go back and watch this. Surely it has at least analog output. I would hope that it would have analog output. If it doesn't, it's worthless. 3-foot power and lighting harness. LSU 4.9. Standalone built-in controller. Standard. I love this. Standard or metric, standard. Standard or metric, metric. So, what happened? Why did everybody just... Yeah, order 2 of them. I just... Go Rope Garage ain't got no money, ICT car guy. He just bought another car. Speed Hut. I've never heard of those guys, though. So it's like... but they're out of Utah. It says they're out of Utah. Okay. Out of a garage in small town, Utah. Everything is meticulously produced right here at our northern Utah facility by skilled technicians, 1 gauge at a time. No, you're not, because the new car's not here yet. I bought a 3rd gen ECU car. Maybe I'll just call these guys and ask about it. Okay, they've got a phone number on there. 9 to... Yep, okay. Cool. Okay. It's 8:27. I've got pizza downstairs waiting. We're going to wrap it up. This episode was all over the place. Because I was all over the place. Hopefully, the new car will be here. Here, let's do a poll. I want to do a poll. Which wideband for the new car? Ballinger or this Speed Hut custom jobby? Let me know which you think we should put in the new car. If enough of you guys want to see the Ballinger, yeah, it's, hey, ICT car guy, it's actually in your neck of the woods. It's coming from Wichita. So, I'm having it shipped. I'm not flying in to get it, though. I'm kind of overflying somewhere and driving a car back. And who knows, it's a 3rd gen. It could be a truck. Nah, it's a car. Installation instructions. See what it says on the GPS tachometer, quad, dual, triple. Oh, they do a lot of custom gauge clusters. Okay, that makes more sense. Gauge applications. Oh, sweet. Okay, I think I've seen these guys. I mean, if it's not a truck, Danny, how many options do we have for 3rd generation vehicles? It's either an F body or what? It's got 50,000 one owner car. GTOs are not 3rd gens. They're 3.5s. They're the E40s, man. It is a Miata. You caught me. You caught me. I don't even think I had pictures on it. Do, 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 do. I'll just show you potato pictures. Wah! Look closely. Look closely. Oh, no, no, it's not an FRC. Look at the fender. It is an FRC, but it's an LS6. So, we've got a new 2004, new used 2004 Chevy Z06 on the way. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I don't know what the mod plan is for it. It is bone stock. So we're going to be starting with a bone stock card. We'll probably do bolt-ons and then I don't know. I'm thinking heads intake cam only came in the 6-speed manual on those, Chris. Will probably be about the end of it. It was actually at the Subaru dealership. So don't go like key it. It's probably still there. Don't go mess with my car. It hasn't been loaded on the trailer yet. Dude, that Subaru dealership's a little bit ridiculous because I opened it up and they had like 3 or 4 G-Wagons. They had a lot of older stuff that are like 90s stuff with low miles. Yeah. Yeah, just do small mods like twin turbo. Listen, if I were to do, it'd be an A&A supercharger on there, which are really not that bad because they use a Vortec head. They're only like $6,000. I know that sounds crazy to say that's not that bad, but in the grand scheme of things, like $6,000 is not that bad. But we'll go through and do like some of the regular stuff that you're going to do on any third gen injector upgrades. Of course, we'll go through all the real-time tuning stuff, even though I probably wouldn't really use it. 2004 Z06, they're all the same. So it's the LS6, which is the beefed up LS1 with the good cam and heads on it. So it's the 405 horsepower variant that they came out with. So yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to going back and doing some third gen stuff. So because it's just a great platform to learn how to tune on, right? Honestly, if you're getting into tuning, we start on the third gen as your first car, and then you move up to fourth, fifth, and then eventually Global B once you're the master tuner that I know all of you are. So, okay. Where was I? Oh, let's look in this. How do I see this poll? 71% said to do a Speed Hut custom jobby. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'll have to reach out to these guys. I probably should still do a Ballinger, though. So, as much as I don't want to, everybody loves these Ballingers except for me. And now that they've got this can variant out, I might like it too. Well, it's $550. Let me go back. One last thing. Let's see how much the standard one is without the can support. $475. So you're paying $75 more for being able to plug and play the data in, and it's digital data versus analog data. If you're going to buy a Ballinger, at least spend the money and get the can one Because here's the cool thing. Okay, one last thing, then I'm going to go eat. Because I want you guys to see this. We're going back to the whiteboard. Here's the cool thing about this. Serial over USB is supported with this unit. So even if you don't use the CAN connection, like the breakout that goes into the CAN bus, you can use this cable right here. This cable right here. Plug it into the unit, into your laptop, and it's going to show up as a serial device, much like the AEM with the USB. So it works the same way as the AEM using the serial to USB adapter, but this is built in. So I like this idea. Spend the money and get the one that has this support. I don't think that the base model, as it were, has that. See, they say popular tuning systems, HB tuners, and SCT. That's just because it has an analog output. You've got to have the one that'll do the serial to USB stuff. So, probably do a video on both. Listen, hey guys, you know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. Remember, ABT, always be tuning.